Hello and welcome. Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling like you don't know where to go from here? Are you feeling like, where do I start from? If this is your situation, you're on the right channel, and I'm about to give you 3 tips in which to go from being stuck to where you really want to be. So today we're talking on the topic overcoming inertia. Overcoming inertia. So before we talk about overcoming inertia, let's understand what inertia really is. Inertia is a force that tends to keep things in the state in which they are. Okay? Inertia in some instances is good, but in some other instances it is not good. Okay, let's imagine a table, for instance, or this door, for instance. Okay, the only thing that is keeping this door from disintegrating into various parts is inertia. So inertia makes sure that this door stays intact. Okay, inertia makes sure that this face stays intact. It doesn't disintegrate into little pieces. Okay, so in that case, inertia is good. But where is inertia bad? Inertia is bad when, for example, I want to get up of this seat. I want to get somewhere. Inertia wants me to be seated on this seat, but I want to go somewhere. Okay, so it means I have to overcome inertia. Okay, an example is when you start doing something, it is the hardest thing, it is the hardest time in every project, the starting point. Okay, when you go to the gym, the first day you go to the gym, your muscles don't become strong the first day. In fact, you don't feel better the first day, you don't become stronger the first day, you feel worse the first day. Why? Because you are overcoming inertia. When you start out a project, you don't get results on the first day. In fact, you might even get negative results on the first day. But that is you overcoming inertia. Um, when a plane is about to start, the most amount of fuel that is spent on a plane is when it is getting off the ground. It is overcoming inertia. The most amount of energy spent in the world right now is rockets launching from the ground. Okay, they spend more energy launching from the ground upwards than they spend going to space and coming back. So inertia is always the greatest force that you can overcome. So in overcoming the bad kind of inertia, especially when it comes to us becoming the ultimate versions of ourselves, in us shooting out of who we are to who we are meant to be. Okay, there are 3 things you should take note of. 3 things. And then number 3 is what I think you would need to know. Number 3 is the most important of all. Number 1, you have to understand who you are. Let's take, for example, I am going to, well, last week I was on a journey to Lagos. Before I set out for that journey, I had to look at my bank account. I had to look at my family situation. I had to understand the situation in which I was at that moment before making the decision to get started. So the number 1 point of you overcoming inertia is understanding who you are. What are the things available to you? What are the tools in your shed that you can use to overcome inertia? This will take you to do a deep soul searching of who you really are. Okay, if you're going to Lagos from, let's say, Abuja, and all you had was just, let's say, 5,000 naira, of course, you have to take stock and say, okay, for me to get to Lagos, there's something I need to do. I need to go get a job, get something to do in order to have the amount required for me to go to Lagos. That is number one. Understand who you are. Understand the tools in your shed. Number two, understand where you are going. If someone said that a person who does not know where they are going, everywhere seems like their destination. So you have to understand, where is this Lagos that I'm going to? Where is Lagos located? So that I don't go to Ibadan and think I have reached Lagos. So that I don't go to Port Harcourt and think I have reached Lagos. So everywhere will seem like your destination if you do not know the direction in which, if you do not know your destination. So know exactly where you need to go. In order to overcome inertia, it is very important for you to understand where you are going to. I want to stand up. My aim is to stand up. Okay. If I don't know that I need to stand up, there is no way I will overcome this inertia to stand up. Okay. But I know I need to go to the kitchen. So the kitchen is my destination. But for me to go to the kitchen, I have to stand up. I have to overcome inertia. My muscles are relaxed. They're feeling okay. But for me to go to the kitchen, I have to make an effort. I have to stress my muscles. Okay. But the reason for me going to the kitchen, my destination, which is the kitchen, is very important. Understanding where you are going and why you are going there. That is the second point. Understanding where you are going and why you are going there. Sometimes you might get, you do not overcome inertia because you do not know why you are going to where you are going. When I was leaving to Lagos, I knew why I was going to Lagos. I was going for the Emerge 2.0. I had advertised, I had promoted the event so much. And I knew why I was going there. I was going there for my team. I was going there to encourage my team. I was going there to be part of history. And that was the motivating factor. So, knowing where you are going and why you are going there helps you to overcome inertia. So, as well, knowing your goal and knowing why you have to achieve your goal helps you to overcome inertia, because inertia will keep you down except your why is strong enough. The third point in overcoming inertia is what? Understanding how to get there. I understand I need to get to Lagos. I understood that I need to get to Lagos for the MH 2.0 that happened on the 16th and 16th and 17th of January. I needed that I knew I had to go there, but understanding how to get there is as crucial as understanding the why. Okay, this is where your strategy comes into play. You cannot overcome inertia if your how to get there is not clear enough. So, who you are matters a lot, where you are going matters a lot, why you are going there matters a lot, and the most important thing is, how do you get there? How do you get from point A to point B? Going from Glasgow to Lagos, I knew I had to fly from Glasgow to London. From London, I went to Gatwick. From Gatwick to Lagos. Okay? So I had to plan out how I was going. Okay? And I knew that, okay, if I was to take a ship from London to Lagos, it would take me weeks. Okay? And those weeks I don't have. Okay? So the fastest way for me to get from London to Lagos was to do what? Was to board a flight. Okay? So I boarded a flight from London to Lagos. And same thing applies to our lives. Most times we understand where we need to be, we understand why we need to be there. But how to get there becomes a problem. When we are not able to strategize and find out the reason or how will get to our destination, we give up and we allow inertia to keep us down. So, as important as it is as knowing your destination, um, knowing why you need to be at the destination, it is also important for you to know how to get there. So, these are the 3 points that will help you to overcome inertia, no matter the situation which you find yourself. Once you understand who you are, where you are going to, and why you have to go there, and most importantly, how you can get there, there is no inertia that can keep you. Okay, so one tip you should use in how to get there is to find people of like mind. Okay, if you're going to Lagos, maybe you should start talking to people who are going to Lagos instead of scrolling on Instagram and reading about people who are going to Los Angeles. Okay, so if you have a destination that you want to achieve, maybe you should start talking to people who have same ideals, same goals as to where they are going. So associate with like minds. He says Saul was never a prophet, but because he dwelt with prophet, because he stayed with prophets long enough, he started to prophesy. A chicken can become an eagle if it hangs around if it hang around eagles for a long time. So you also are a definition of the people who surround you. Some people will say, oh, but there's no way I can change my circle of friends. These are the people I've known from childhood. Question is, are they going where you are going? You might have different paths. One of my mentors says there is no friendship, there is only interest. There is only interest. Okay? Most people are with you because of what they are getting from you or what they think they can get from you. Okay? So, if their interest is not aligning with your interest, you need to make a decision. This might not go down with most people. I don't talk to most people. I'm talking to those who are looking for a change in their lives. Okay, so if you need a change in your life, start talking, start associating with people who are thinking the way you are thinking. Okay, if there are no people around you who are thinking in the way that you are thinking, you have something in your hand right now. Most likely, what you are using to listen to me is the source to put you out of inertia, your phone instead of scrolling through social media and going through things that will not edify you. Why don't you find a mentor? Why don't you find somebody that is discussing those goals that you want to achieve and attach yourself to the person? Most times, most mentors have communities. Get into their courses, get into the courses of the mentor, and you will find people with like minds. Distance is no longer a barrier. I remember when those days we needed information and you had to go to the cafe, pay for the internet, try to use the internet in order to search for something. Now it is it's at literally at your fingertips. You can just tap a button on your phone and get the information that you want. Find the person that you want to find. Connect with the person that you want to connect with. So, I don't know is no longer an excuse. In the day and age that we are right now, if you say, I don't know, it is because you don't want to know. Okay? Whatever it is, go out there, learn it, become a better version of yourself. Keep learning, keep growing. Associate yourself with people who are moving towards the direction in which you are moving. And before you know it, you get to your destination. So I hope this blesses you. Okay. If this is blessing you and you intend to take your life seriously, go to the chat space, put in your comments, tell us all about it, tell us so that we can reach out to you and get talking. Okay? See you on the other side of success, and may the fruit bearing knowledge be with you. Bye bye.